Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to my channel. This is Wendy, and today I have a super fun project, paper flowers. And the reason why I think they're so fun is because I'm using up, all these scraps you get when you cut your paper down to size. Um, I have all these scraps and I just couldn't throw them away. And I was gonna make, long snippets. And I found this flower, and I'm like, these are just so fun to do. So here's what they look like. You can do all sorts of sizes. Am I in focus? Let's see here. Focus. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll zoom you up so you can see. Oop, there we go. So you can make them all different sizes depending on how long you're going to do your strips. You can put buttons in the middle, which is what I'm doing because I have a ton of buttons. I just pulled out a handful, and oh, I'm just not wanting to focus today. Well, you get the gist of it. Paper flowers, they can be 3D. See how they're, they kind of puffy. So, but it's okay to smash them flat in your book too. They can be flat, but still give a little, 3D appearance. So you can do buttons. You can add whatever you want to decorate in the center. You can actually even do scraps of paper. So I thought I'd show you how I do it real quick. And maybe you guys want to decorate your own books with some crazy flowers. So you see the difference, how this one is longer, skinnier petals. This one is wider, wide petals. That's just the width of my strips. So depending on the width of these strips and the length is how you're going to get different flowers. So I'll show you what I did. And I don't have anything prepared. I'm just going to try it with, I had some magazine strips. See these? And how we like to hoard our stuff. So basically I'm just going to tear some strips down. You only need four strips of whatever paper you want to use. And I am just gonna do, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. Let me do one more. It's a little crooked. I don't think the crooked is gonna be a bother. Okay. Let's make some space here. I was just having such a blast with my scraps. Okay, now I'm using a glue stick. And somebody asked me before what glue stick I was using. And I know a lot of people don't have luck with Elmer's glue. But the Elmer's, let's see, Craft Bond extra strength glue stick. This is the best glue stick that I've used for my paper. When it comes to a glue stick, it's extra strength Craft Bond. Make sure that's what you use. Okay, so anyway, lay your strip down, and what I do is estimate the middle, scrub your glue stick on the middle, and then lay down the next strip crosswise, so you have a cross. My button's getting away. These are pretty long strips, so we're gonna have a pretty big flower. So then I do another dab of glue, and you don't have to use a glue stick. You can use whatever glue you want. And then lay it crossways like this. And then I'll do another dab of glue. And then I did have, I was about to say, I did have another strip. I know I did. All right. And then lay it this way. So you kind of have one of those asterisk, they call them asterisk symbols, star symbols, asterisks, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to do this big honking flower. So what I go around and do is at the very ends, I just rub my glue stick, get some glue on the ends on all of these. magazines. I swear, I have so many magazines. Okay, now in no particular order, you can do this any order you want. I start with one strip, bring this middle, the end down to the center and press. And you know what, let's just go around the circle. So I bring the end over and press. Same way with this one, bring it over and press. Since they all got glue on it, so that's all you kind of got to do. And I bring this one over, oops, into this, hopefully I get it in the center, and press. Let's bring this one, press, and we'll do this one. Now remember, you just seen me, I tore these strips, so they're not like nice straight ones like this one, which I like this one too. This is great for my scrapbooking paper. But okay, so we want to use up some of the scraps and maybe even magazines. This makes a really cool flower. So I don't want it so bouncy. I'll just, oops, do it flat. And we have a flower. Now, I could, if I wanted, put the little flower and glue it in, and that's kind of cool. I could even put this flower in like this and have a really neat, scrappy looking. That's actually fun too. So there's an idea, ladies, gentlemen, if I have any gentlemen out there. You can double it up. You can put a little one on. Or you can do some buttons. Let's see. I have scraps of, I have some scraps here. Let's try, I don't want it so white, so I put a scrap there. I don't have many colored scraps because I was working on a journal, and oh, I know, I do have a fast food bag. So let's see here. So if you want to do just scrappy paper, and I think I have a staple. I can do a staple there, and ew, I even had some scrappy. Okay, I'm getting off focus here. All right, so let's just do, well, where's all my bigger? I have a huge bag of just random buttons that I was trying to use some up. To me, I like buttons. I like the look of them. I don't like covering them up too often because a lot of these are vintage, and you know, I kind of like the look of them. A lot of people don't, but you know, whatever your preference is. Maybe I will do, it's a funky button, isn't it? I can do a cluster. Let's see if I have one more here. Where's my, well, I could go a big white one. I'm saving my wooden button for something. I don't know. But, oh, here. Maybe this will work. Let's try. I can do this one. So, when I'm gluing on buttons, I'm trying to save my fabric tack glue because my local store is out. And so I'm using just the tacky glue. You can scratch your buttons with some sandpaper to get it to adhere better, but I'm not having any problems with the tacky glue. It sticks pretty good for what it is. So these are just, so here's this one that has some little scraps. Let's try another one. Okay, let's do a shorter one so you guys can see how the short ones do. So these were strips. Here, let's let's get technical and do some measuring here. So these strips were, let's see how, they're 6 inches by a ½ inch. Okay, so 6 inches by a ½ inch. And it'd probably be easier if you want to ink them first. And let's ink these. I might put this one in my one. And you only need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, let's ink these a little bit. I might put this one in my one journal. Make a mess here. I'm not going to be too precise with my with my inking. I've seen these flowers on Pinterest. They were doing something on a card and I seen it and I'm like, well, I really like the look of these. I don't need them all precise and cut like how they did it on a card, but I'm like, I can do whatever size I want with my scraps. So, all right. So the pretty side that you want it to show, make sure that goes face down because when you fold it up, that's when you see, that's what you see. So let's get the glue stick out. Guess about the middle. And then crossways. Do it again. And we'll do it this way. Like I said, I love this glue stick. And we'll do it this way. So that's what you have, is this symbol. It's just 4 strips, okay? So I'll glue the ends. Glue the ends. And if you notice, I have my plastic board, so you might want something you can clean off and wipe up because the glue does get messy if you're messy like I am. All right, so I'm just going to start with the first one. Pull it over, press it in, same way. And I'll just go around. Now this is a heavier cardstock. I can, by the feel of it, something I must have cut, trimmed off. And of course the strips were shorter. Oh, I might not have put enough glue on that one. So let's see. And I'm guessing if you don't want to use glue, you can probably hold this all in place and put a brad through it or a staple. All right. See, that craft glue goes pretty good. Okay, so here is this one. I want to make sure because these are kind of thick. So I might have, let's see what I got here. Maybe a little tool. Let's see here. Let's snip off a little tool and have this big old long thing of tool. So let's twist. Let's do a little black tool, and I have this scrap of green. How do I want to cut? Because I want some. All right. Let's see here. So maybe. Let's cut that a little shorter. And put that there. And probably a button, maybe. I don't know. Let's just see. I'm not good at. I try not to sit and think of what matchy-matchies and what doesn't. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here forever going, does that go? Does that not go? Let's put some glue on this. And I'll probably try doing a button. Let's see. That's probably not going to stick. I might have to get my fabric tack out. Looks like I might. Okay, ladies, here comes the fabric tack. Let's see. I don't want them. Oh, I'll get a big old glob here. Of course, Wendy, just glob it up. Ew, I wonder if I should do. Let's do a white and cover that up. Since it looks like I'm making some boo-boos here. And then maybe I'll put that on top. Okay. Give it a second for my fabric tack to adhere. And this might not be anybody's favorite, but I can still use it. All right, not my favorite. I might have to add some glitter to the very top of the button, which I can do that. And of course my glue is exploding. Oh boy. All right, so you guys get the gist of these paper flowers. So here's this one. Actually, the more I look at it, the more I like it. It's actually quite cute. All right, here's the big wonky one, which I think is so funny. I'm definitely going to use that on something. This was out of magazines. You know what? You can just keep adding stuff to it too. Here's my little simple ones. That was out of scrapbooking strips. This one was out of, actually, this was out of graph paper. So here you go. If you make them, share and let me see them. I love seeing what everybody does. Enjoy and use up some of those scraps. You guys have a good day. Thank you.